Hello, hello, and welcome. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration A.P.C., where we fight for your American dream. And thank you so much for joining me here this morning. It's a beautiful morning here in the Bay Area. A little bit cloudy, but it's a beautiful fall morning. On the 16th of November of 2023 is when I'm recording this, 1 week before Thanksgiving. And our theme today is going to be Thanksgiving and immigration Q&A. So if you have questions, please submit them. I'd love to answer any questions that are out there about your immigration case. But before we do that, thank you for being here. Remember, the Empowered Immigrant Live. The Empowered Immigrant Live is here to train, teach, inspire, and empower immigrants to make the most out of immigration law and to make the most out of their lives. And so today our theme is Thanksgiving, which is a week from today, and immigration Q&A. My question for everybody is, hey, do you want to get a green card? Do you want to get citizenship? Do you want to apply for some kind of benefit? Do you want to see at least what your options are? Do you want to start something before the end of the year? Because if so, go for it. And the year's almost over, folks, so there's no time like the present. And, I'd love to help you with anything I can help you with regarding your immigration situation. My firm is on a mission to win 10,000 immigration cases by 2035. We would love for your case to be one of them. And thank you to everyone for tuning in. And as always, we'll do this in English, and then we'll do this episode later in Spanish. Okay? So my empowerment tip, which is how I like to start this, and I'm already getting a question in on Instagram. Arti Chabra. All right. Hello. I see your question there. Thank you. I'll get to it. That's great. So I always like to start, and if anybody else has questions, send them over. All right, we're here. I'm here live, and I would love to answer any questions that are out there. My empowerment tip is just to ask you a question, like, what are you thankful for? All right, what are you thankful for? Thanksgiving's a week from now. For me personally, last week, my wife and I flew to Costa Rica. All right, and we met many of our overseas team members for the first time. And I'm thankful for my team. All right, we've got a great team that's in-house here in our Oakland office. We've got a great team in our Sacramento office. And we have a great team overseas. And all of us working together make things happen. And we are winning a lot of complex immigration cases. We'd love to help you with yours as well. And yeah, I love it. If you would have asked me 10 years ago what my firm would look like, I would have had no clue that we would have grown as much as we have, and that we would have helped as many people as we have helped. And so I'm very kind of humble and thankful for that right now. And so my question for you is this Thanksgiving, right? Who are you thankful for? And don't take them for granted. Acknowledge them. Tell them that you appreciate them and that you're thankful for them. And if you really take that on, hey, see how that benefits those around you and helps spread some joy and some love and some, human togetherness this holiday season, as we're just starting the holiday season. Because, man, the world needs more of it, right? So anyway, thank you for that. Now I want to get into some questions, and we're getting questions here. One question came up yesterday. There was a man who came in. He had filed his own citizenship case, all right? And he had gotten his green card through his ex-wife, but by the time he applied for his citizenship case, he had gotten divorced. And divorce is always a red flag when you got your green card through marriage. They're like, well, wait a second, did you have a legitimate marriage, right? They're always wondering, immigration is always wondering, and always a bit skeptical about the relationship when you get a green card through marriage. Like, was that marriage solely for immigration purposes? So you want to be cautious and you want to prepare your case carefully, even at the citizenship stage. But this particular person, he didn't prepare his case carefully, unfortunately. He applied for citizenship in 2021. He was interviewed in 2022, a year ago now, and he still hasn't received an answer from the government. But recently, an investigation officer showed up at his ex-wife's house. All right? They are suspicious of his relationship with his ex-wife. Now, luckily, she said that, no, this was my husband. We had a legitimate marriage, and now then we just broke up and we decided to get divorced. But still, it's like you don't want to have to go through that process. All right? And so, anyway, so I wanted to share that. My best advice for him at this stage was to request all of the FOIAs on his case first, so we can review his full record first before deciding what's the best way to move this forward. We want to make sure that we know everything that was submitted, whether or not there were problems with what was submitted, so that we can correct them, so that we can move his case forward. All right? My advice for you is when you apply for citizenship, have a lawyer's help from the beginning so you can avoid making mistakes from the beginning and you can really clarify any potential red flag that might be in your case, make your process go as smooth as possible. Okay? One question we've received is, hey, why should I request citizenship now? Why should I request citizenship now? What are the benefits of citizenship? Well, let me go through them real quick. All right, and thank you for asking that question. Let me go through them real quick. Number one, you could vote. If you apply for citizenship right now, you could vote in next year's election. I want that. All right? Like, game on. That's important. Number two, once you're a citizen, you can petition for spouses, parents, children, siblings, brothers and sisters to come into the United States. All right? The ability to petition family members. Number three, you can work at any job if you're a U.S. citizen. Number four, you can take advantage of protections from U.S. embassies when you're traveling throughout the world. All right? Number six, you can never be deported from the U.S. if you're a U.S. citizen. Okay? The benefits of citizenship go on and on. I highly recommend it. If you're even thinking of applying for citizenship, I recommend you do it. Please give us a call. We'd love to help you. Okay? Another citizenship question that I have here is, what if I have traveled for long times out of the U.S. when applying for citizenship? Yeah, this comes up sometimes. And the key is we've got to see, you got to define first how long is long, right? Because the best advice for a green card holder is to not leave the U.S. for more than 6 months. All right, and no more than 6 months on any given exit out of the U.S. If it's more than that, you're going to need to talk to a lawyer carefully before deciding when you're going to apply for citizenship. Okay? So a question that I received here, Arti Chabra 2 here on Instagram. Thank you for asking this. You say, hello, sir. My asylum case is due since 4 years ago, but we haven't gotten any interview date for the case. Is there any idea how to get an earlier date? All right, so there's a couple of things that can be done. First of all, you're not alone. All right, thank you for asking this question. You're not alone. There's a lot of people. Like I have clients that filed for asylum in 2017. And so that's what, 5 going on 6 years of a process and still no answer. And depending on which asylum office you're in front of, the backlogs are only growing. So, and they're addressing, it's last in, first out rule, which means that they're addressing the most recent cases that have arrived first. And the cases that are far in the backlog, they're just saying, hey, keep renewing your work permit, right? But there is a way to push them, all right? Way number one is filing what we call an expedited request, but these are not easy to win, all right? But they are possible. And way number two, method number two, is by filing what we call a mandamus lawsuit, which is suing the government, trying to push them to get a decision on your asylum case. Your case is in San Francisco, I see that. So a mandamus federal court action is the other way to do it, and that can push the asylum office to adjudicate your case. But you want to think carefully about those things. There are costs involved, there are processes involved, and they're not guaranteed to succeed, right? As with most things when dealing with courts and with the federal government, right? A lot of it depends on which judge you have, which officer you have, etc. So anyway, but those are typically the two main options. Either file a request for an expedited processing or file what we call a mandamus lawsuit to push, request federal court intervention to push the asylum office to get you an interview. So there's that. Thank you for that question. Another question I have here is, where is my waiver? All right. I filed my waiver in January 2022. I still don't have a response. How long is the waiver taking? Well, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. It's like, Arti Chabra, hello. Thank you so much, and you're welcome for answering that question. So regarding waivers, I want to just share, like waivers, processing times depend on the waiver you've requested. But the most common one, right, is the I-601A, which is a waiver involved with consular processing. I-601A waivers, according to USCIS right now, I-601A waivers are currently taking 44 months. All right, 44 months according to processing times right now. And that means that 80% of cases are adjudicated within 44 months. Some cases, 20% of them, take even longer than that. Now that's that's a little, that's almost 4 years of a process. So yeah, waiver cases are horribly backlogged, and that's just the reality, unfortunately, with them. Our office won a big case last week with an adjustment of status along with 2 waivers all together in like a giant filing about that big. And we filed it in 2019, and now 4 years later, we got our approval last week. And we are submitting just today another application that's even bigger, also with 2 waivers. We love complex cases with waivers. If you've got a waiver question, hey, you're in the right place. We'd love to help you with it. All right? So I think that's all the questions that I have. Oh, wait, Bella, you said hello. So hello, thank you very much. And El Pollo Jalisco, I love your name, by the way. Thank you for being here on Instagram. And Dido Jaquez, hello, thank you for being here on Instagram. Everybody who's here joining me right now, thank you. Thank you. Whether that's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, really, thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time and for being here. Again, my name is Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration A.P.C., where we fight for your American dream. We'd love to help you. We'd love to answer any immigration question that you might have. I am a certified specialist in immigration nationality law, certified by the Board of Specialization in the state of California. I love working with immigrants, all right? So give me a call. I'd love to help you out in any way I can. All right, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the time we have for our episode today. It was short, it was sweet. We are going to start in Spanish in just a few minutes. And so, if this was useful, if this was helpful, please subscribe to our channel in YouTube. When you do that, I recommend also clicking the notifications bell, and you can get additional legal updates and news. And as always, if you have an immigration case, hey, please give us a call. We are here to help, and we would love to help. Okay? All right. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.